Throughout the year, I have reviewed many devices. Yet, I always come back to one. The Pixel 7 Pro. Like an old faithful dog, whenever I come back, it loves me, it's loyal, and I kind of love it back. Here's my long-term review of the Pixel 7 Pro. Let's go. Now, for those that don't know, I am the Average Dad and I typically review tech from further afield. Recently, and by recently I mean the past 6 to 12 months, I have been almost exclusively reviewing phones from the Chinese market. From Vivo X Folds to Xiaomi Mix Folds and Huawei Mate X3s. I have had all through the door. And while I absolutely love the hardware on all of these devices, there's one common downside: software. Now, Huawei aside, that's even worse because of the Google situation. But even with the Vivos and the Xiaomis and the Oppos of the world, software is an issue when it comes to push notifications, Google services, Android Auto, Google Pay. Yeah, there's a lot of workarounds, and that's part of the appeal for me. But for the everyday user, the busy people in the world that don't have a passion or love for tech like I do, people just want simple and convenience. The Google Pixel 7 and 7 Pro are exactly that on the Android front. This is the home of Android. The absolute stock, pure Android experience can be found on this, and I love it. Now, whether this is just because of my experience with Chinese ROM smartphones, coming back to the Pixel 7 Pro is almost like a weight off my shoulders. Now, software-wise, as you already know, it's the latest Android 13. I was about to say it's got the One UI. It's not got the skin on top. It's Android 13 in its purest form. And Pixel just know how to do it. So from Android Auto to Google Pay and all other services, everything just works flawlessly. And the AI on the Pixel 7 Pro is like something I've never seen, especially on the other software side of things with iOS. The Siri assistant, don't want to say it because my room's covered in Apple devices, can only dream of being something as close to the Google Assistant. I was out earlier on taking some photos and videos for this long-term review and remembered, oh hold on, there's the transcription service, there's the talk-to-speech. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. When you're looking to use the Google for any transcription service, if you just want to chat away to your friends, pop into a meeting, keep it in your pocket, the voice detection on the Google Pixel 7 Pro is unreal. I can put my voice down lower. I can speak really high. No matter what I say, 99 times out of 100, the Google Pixel just picks everything up. It's actually unreal. I can speak really fast and fast and fast and fast, or I can go slow. Wild. And again, for that convenience factor, second to none. And reliability wise, I have had no issues with the Pixel 7 Pro. Like, zero issues. From face unlock to fingerprint unlock to downloading files, switching between apps. It's never crashed. It just works. Now, does it get hot while doing certain functions, like taking long videos, charging? Yes, it gets hotter than any device I've probably held in the last 2 years. But you can get used to that because it does cool down. Now, hardware-wise, when you want to use the cameras, you've obviously got some of the best photography on the market. Yes, hardware helps, But software also plays a big part into that. The photographic engine in the Pixel, from skin tones to color accuracy, well, again, you're looking at the photos as I speak. You tell me, what do you think? And with the 50 megapixel main, the 48 megapixel ultra wide, and the 48 megapixel periscope zoom lens, you're getting the hardware to back up the software. The 5 times zoom on this is optical and it's better than the rest. The only competition this really has in the Western market is from the Samsung S23 Ultra, and its 10 times optical is obviously the best because it's optical, but 10 times on the Google is called Super Res, and it is super resolution. Super impressive. And 30 times zoom, almost exact same. 30 times zoom on a lot of phones is pixelated, soft, noisy. The Pixel just works. The iPhone wishes it could come close to the photography of the Pixel, in my opinion. And for that front camera, again, I'm so used to reviewing Chinese phones that for some reason omit a 4K resolution selfie camera. Luckily, the Pixel doesn't only just have a 4K, it has one of the best 4K cameras on the front I've ever used. Now, with phones like the recent Vivo X90 Pro, the Vivo X Fold 2, the Xiaomi 13 Pro, the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, the list goes on of phones that don't incorporate a 4K selfie camera. Moving back to Old Faithful, the Google Pixel 7 Pro has a rather stunning 4K front-facing selfie camera, which for me taking photos isn't a big thing. I'm glad it's a nice lens, but when I'm recording videos in the studio / spare bedroom, I typically use my iPhone, which also has a 4K front-facing lens. So the fact that I can use my Pixel 7 Pro to record content and get stunning 4K video is a bonus. And also, the internal mic ain't too bad either, is it? Now, as mentioned a lot, the software is fantastic. I've gone over some of the hardware, but just kind of cap off the rest of the hardware. It is USB-C on the bottom. It is a glass front and back, super slippery. I wish there was a vegan leather option or even a frosted back version. This obsidian black, I mean, I'm actually nervous to leave it out of its case for too long, even though it feels amazing in the hand. I am also nervous, so bit of insight here, at night time I always listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. That's how I fall asleep, and I have it on top of my bed on the headboard. This phone, even if it's not vibrating, if it's on silent with no vibrate, invariably has fallen on the floor as I sleep. It is so slippery. So yeah, be warned, if you leave this on a tabletop, if you leave this on the side of something, it will at some point fall off, and if you're unlucky enough to have it on a hard floor, that Victus glass might not hold up. So please put it in a case to save any slippage. Now, it's got dual stereo speakers, not class leading, but not bad. Take a listen. I mentioned already, biometrics. The 7 Pro finally has Face Unlock. Not Face ID like the iPhone, Face Unlock. So not as secure. If you want to use Face Unlock, that's fine to open the phone, but if you want to use Google Pay, you will have to use your fingerprint, as the Face Unlock is not, as I say, as secure as Face ID. but thankfully it's on here, unlike the Pixel 6 Pro. And yes, the issues of the fingerprint scanner from last year have long gone. And again, I am 8 or 9 months into using the Pixel Pro on and off. No issues with the biometrics. Really no issues with anything is my ultimate spoiler alert review. Anyway, I want to go back to cameras, and I want to go back to camera software. Everyone knows by now that the Pixel software, when it comes to photography, is absolutely class leading. It's not gimmicks either. The functions and features you get inside the device, like getting rid of motion blur or just general blurry photos, the magic eraser. Well, look, this is a screen recording I took using the magic eraser. So in any photo you've got in your library, whether it be from Google Photos or you've had it sent from you, you can use a magic eraser to do magic, essentially. Here is a portrait photo of a bottle of Coca-Cola in that beautiful sunlight. I just got rid of it. It's just gone. Yes, if you maybe pixel peep, you can see a shadow or a shade, but I can use the magic eraser to get rid of that too. I didn't in this example because I thought the first attempt was, well, speaks for itself. And you can continue to do that. Now, other features in the camera is obviously you've got typical camera modes such as slow motion and time lapse, but you've got action mode, you've got long exposure, you've got the high res zoom. Yeah, there's no AI stickers, I guess, or AI faces that go over your face from the stock camera app. However, you can almost guarantee that there'll be an app out there to do that. The reason I mention that is because the Huawei Mate X3, which again had a superior camera for a foldable device, had this cool for kids function where you could have animal faces superimposed over yours and it followed along to your actions. Pretty cool for the kids. Now, price-wise for the Google Pixel 7 Pro, this was £849 brand new, and for that you got a set of earbuds as well. Now, bearing in mind that this is absolutely on a par with the S23 Ultra and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which are £300 to £400 more expensive, it's already a good deal. Now, 8 months on, you can pick up a Pixel 7 Pro refurbished or in nearly new condition for less than £600. This is worth way more than £600, in my opinion. So do some looking around, get a deal if you're in the market for an upgrade. This is the point in time where if you've got a 6 Pro and you didn't want to upgrade straight away, maybe it's time to upgrade now. You've had the 6 Pro for nearly 2 years. This is nearly a year old. You're getting good deals. And the other reliable thing you have with this is you're going to get 5 years of security patches. You're going to get at least 3 years of Android OS updates. I believe 4 or 5. The phone's going to last and last. And battery life on the device has been great. The Tensor G2 chip, I should probably touch on, it ain't no Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. It's not. Efficiency-wise, performance, for hardcore gamers, this isn't the device for you. But it never was. I don't think it was ever designed to be. When I look back at my review, my initial review of the Pixel 7 Pro, I think I said that. I'm not a hardcore gamer, but this will play most games absolutely fine. It benchmarks on the Snapdragon scale to about the 865G. So yeah, not even as powerful as the 888 on Antutu benchmarks. But 865G was more than powerful enough. As far as battery efficiency, it's got a large milliamp hour battery in there, 4,800 I believe, I'll asterisk that if I'm wrong. But with the Tensor G2 chip, this is comfortably a day phone. It ain't a 2-day phone like the Xiaomi 13 Ultra or the Honor Magic 5 Pro, but it's a day phone of the heaviest usage for sure. So as long as you're charging at night, you're always going to get a full day out of it, and that's fine. Now, pair the Pixel 7 Pro with a Pixel Watch, which at first I was apprehensive about because it is quite small, especially on my wrists. It's actually really good. Again, software-wise, Google are just getting it right. There are some little quirks, like throughout this video, my watch has gone off a couple of times, even though I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. That annoys me. When you put your Apple Watch on Do Not Disturb, the phone's on Do Not Disturb, and vice versa. So there's little software things that I'm sure they'll fix in future software updates, or maybe they won't. But the fact that you're getting the Pixel Watch on a very good deal nowadays, a lot of the time you'll have it thrown in for like £99 with a new phone, or even free with the Pixel Fold, which is ordered and will be in the studio within 2 weeks. Very excited about that. There's deals to be had, so make sure you're having a good look around if you are due to upgrade soon. So I guess overall summary wise, what are my final thoughts on the Pixel 7 Pro? And by final, this is by no means final because my SIM card is in this. Most likely until the Pixel Fold comes in a couple of weeks. The combination of the hardware and software on the Pixel 7 Pro makes this still a highly recommendable device, especially if you can get yourself a good deal on a new device or on a refurbished device. I have no complaints. Google listened and delivered. As mentioned, it's going to be coming up for a year with this device in a few months, and well done, Google. Now, if you've enjoyed this long-term review, please leave a comment down below on any other device that came out in the last year that you'd like me to do a long-term review on. Have a look through my channel. I have had many devices. So if you've got anything in particular you'd like to see this long-term review on, let me know. Also, if you're interested in a camera comparison between this and the 13 Ultra, that's from Xiaomi, or the Honor Magic 5 Pro, leave a comment down below because, again, recently I've reviewed both these devices and I was super impressed with both. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is a huge number for someone that does this as a hobby, as a passion project. So thank you very much for your loyalty. And there it goes again. My watch just beeped, even though this is on silent. Yeah, anyway, until next time,